Captain Zilthara's secondary hearts stopped beating as the console erupted in crimson warnings. The bridge of the Serenity's dawn fell silent except for the ominous hum of failing life support systems. Through the viewport, the twisted wreckage of their convoy drifted like metallic bones against the star field. "Engineering, report," she commanded, her voice steady despite the tremor in her gill slits. "Hyperdrive is completely fried, Captain. The Krex raiders hit us with some kind of quantum disruptor. We're stranded." Engineer Voss's usual confidence had evaporated. The Krex had struck without warning, a pack of sleek predator ships emerging from hyperspace like hungry shadows. The Galactic Confederation's peaceful trading vessels had been no match for their advanced weaponry. Now 3 ships lay broken, their crews either dead or dying. Zilthara's tendrils twitched as she calculated their options. They were in the outer rim, far from any Confederation patrol routes. Their quantum communicator had limited range, and no friendly vessels were close enough to receive a distress call. No friendly civilized vessels, anyway. "Captain," Communications Officer Helm whispered, his photosynthetic patches pale with fear, "there is one option. The Sol system is only 14 light-years away." The bridge fell into absolute silence. Every crew member knew about the Sol system, the infamous quarantine zone where the Deathworlders lived. Humans, they called themselves. The species that had evolved on a planet so hostile that other civilizations had declared it uninhabitable. A world of extreme weather, dangerous predators, toxic plants, and crushing gravity. The Confederation had made contact with them decades ago, documenting their bizarre physiology. Humans were walking contradictions, fragile enough to die from minor infections, yet capable of surviving injuries that would kill any sensible species. They healed at unprecedented rates, required minimal sleep, and possessed an inexplicable psychological trait they called stubbornness. More disturbing were the reports of their military capabilities. Humans didn't just fight, they excelled at it with a creativity that terrified galactic strategists. They turned everything into weapons, from kitchen utensils to their own bodies. Their ships were overbuilt, overarmed, and crewed by beings who seemed to view death as merely another obstacle to overcome. "Sir," Helm continued, "our emergency beacon operates on primitive electromagnetic frequencies. If the humans are monitoring—" "Do it!" Zilthara commanded before she could reconsider. The distress signal pulsed outward through space, carrying with it their coordinates and a desperate plea for aid. Now they could only wait and hope that the galaxy's most feared species possessed something resembling mercy. 6 hours later, space itself seemed to tear apart. The human fleet didn't arrive through conventional hyperspace. They punched through reality using some incomprehensible technology that made Zilthara's quantum sensors scream in protest. 5 massive vessels emerged, their black hulls scarred from countless battles. They moved with predatory grace, spreading into a defensive formation around the damaged convoy. A transmission crackled through their speakers, the voice speaking accented but clear galactic standard. "This is Admiral Sarah Chan of the Terran Defense Force. We received your distress call. Stand by for emergency assistance." What followed defied everything Zilthara thought she knew about the universe. Human rescue shuttles swarmed over their ships like benevolent parasites, their crews moving with impossible efficiency. They didn't hesitate to enter areas flooded with radiation or structural damage that would kill most species instantly. A human medic, impossibly young-looking with bright eyes and steady hands, worked tirelessly to save Voss despite the engineer's completely alien physiology. She consulted a handheld device, injected him with some human-designed cocktail of medicines, and somehow stabilized his condition. "Your friend will be fine," the medic told Zilthara with a smile that didn't match the lethal efficiency she'd witnessed. "We've got portable life support pods on our ships. Everyone will make it home." As the human fleet prepared to escort them to safety, Admiral Chen's final transmission carried an undertone that made Zilthara's spines tingle. "Captain, we've already dispatched a hunter group to deal with those Krex raiders. They won't be bothering anyone else." Watching the Terran vessels move through space like apex predators, Zilthara realized why the Deathworlders had never been conquered. They weren't just survivors, they were protectors. And perhaps the galaxy was safer than anyone had dared believe, knowing that somewhere in the dark between stars, humans were watching.